My nickname Gani. I'm working in the town. And part-time the pork medicine doctor.
Masa.
Thank you.
Okay.
ผมโดยนายมูซาครับเป็น
Kaya ka, Bernay Musa ka.
แต่ว่าทุกๆคนผมว่า
He can speak English.
ทำงานอยู่ที่โรงแรมอิมพีเรียลครับ
Okay. He's working at the Imperial Hotel. He's a manager. Manager of the hotel.
So I grew up in Bangkok. I just working in the hotel business more than 30 years in the hotel business. For my experience only hotel only. Just to say thank you for all of them for joining me that group. Thank you so much.
ขอภาษาไทยกันนะ
นี่
Good morning everybody. I'm Azman. Azman bin Yusuf. Nickname Behman. Behman. Yeah. I'm a lecturer at Natiwa Community School. Sorry. Natiwa Community College and Texas University.
ยัง
เป็นผู้จัดทุกท่านครับชื่อมายุนาครับ
Okay, that, his name is Banduna.
มายิงครับตอนนี้เป็นอาจารย์ประจำโรงเรียนสุรินทร์วิทยาเป็นข้าว
Sabalin. So he's a teacher at Sabalin School also.
ตอนนี้ได้รับมอบหมายจากทางอำเภอให้เป็นประธานอนุกรรมการในการศึกษาข้อมูลเพื่อรองรับการเปิดจุดผ่อนปลนจุดผ่อนปลนของไทยมีเซียที่ปกครอง
Papa John.
The leader of ASEAN borderland security.
Okay. Okay. So he's coordinating the Malaysian and the Thai side. The border. Yes. Okay. Sovereign in Malaysia. Sovereign in Malaysia.
Okay. Golden Mountain.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Arina Shona. I come from Spiritual School. Today I'm going to bring the anniversary of Mansha. And teacher as KTS.
What grade?
Presentation 2, 4, and 5.
Not real.
Okay, let's start.
If we're going to use English here, do we need translation, or how many of you guys, if you don't understand what I'm saying, maybe Noel, could you please translate? Yeah? How many of you understand English pretty good? No problem. Can you
Not much, but mostly. Can you be translated? Not very translating.
Does anyone can translate Thai from English to Thai?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Maybe you can try your because
Yeah.
Pakam Sokok, okay. I don't mind. Is it okay?
You want to try or just go with English?
Do we have English teacher? Many English teachers here. They can translate for us.
Please, I cannot speak Thai actually. Arena, you can translate. You can
Okay.
I will try to speak slowly.
เป็นการจะพูดช้าแกพยายามจะพูดช้าๆ speak slowly
A little introduction of our company first, and then we would like to use this time maybe ask some questions so that we could be better understanding in terms of what your needs are and come up with some topics that we can discuss so that we can find out in terms of what you need so that we could focus on those areas and what we could do or what we can suggest. The too fast, too much.
It's difficult to understand, you can kind of wave so you can slow down.
you understand concept
Okay. Maybe we just spend the next hour or so to do some discussions, and I want to hear what are you expecting when you come here today, and maybe you can bring your questions on the table here, so that we could pick some of those questions we can discuss, and then we can give you some feedbacks or recommendations.
เข้าใจไหมครับก่อนมาที่นี่ก็มีขั้นว่างอะไรบ้างนะครับแล้วก็ถ้ามีเก่งแล้วก็หลังจากนั้นก็ถ้ามีคำถามก็ถามเลยครับ
Like I shared a little bit earlier, our company has about 300 workers in about 15 countries in different places, and most of them are teachers. They are in different schools. We are helping them as teachers and also administrators. And some of them are counselors and consultants. So our purpose is to help the school to improve, to be a better school. So what I'm hearing right now, you're facing a target, 2015. ASEAN is some kind of a standard that you need to raise your school standards to achieve what they are asking. Am I correct? Or
Okay. Yeah. You understand that? So แสดงว่าในส่วนใหญ่ข้อที่เขาถามว่าคือโฟกัสเกี่ยวกับอาเซียนใช่ไหมใช่ไหมครับโอเค yes yes แล้วก็บริษัทของเขามีสมาชิกประมาณ200 คนใน15 ประเทศบางคนก็เป็นครูสอนภาษาแล้วก็บางคนก็เป็นอะไรที่ปรึกษาแล้วก็เป็นคอนซัลแทนต์ด้วยคอนซัลแทนต์เกี่ยวกับ education.
so our specialty is really in education, in school.
เขาเป็นผู้เชี่ยวชาญเกี่ยวกับการศึกษาครับ
So focus on those areas. Maybe you could also bring up some of the questions that you have from your school, and then we can narrow down and see if we can pick a few topics, and then we can discuss from there on.
ไปถ้ามีคำถามก็ถามเขาเลยนะครับแต่จะที่เรื่องที่คุณก็สนใจนะครับเกี่ยวกับเรื่องการศึกษาของโรงเรียนของคุณและของอาเซียนด้วย Do you have any question you can ask?
Mr. Osman has a question.
paper?
I know sometimes it's very hard when someone asks you, do you have any questions? I don't know what to ask, right? It's difficult. So I do this when I go to school in Nepal and India and talk with teachers just like yourself. And this is what I will do first. I'm going to pass out some paper, and I'm just going to ask you to write down anything that comes into your mind about what you're doing, your school, teaching, in your class, problems, difficulties. One student give me a lot of trouble. What do I do? Anything that comes into your mind, just write it down. Everything, even if it's about ASEAN, anything that comes. So write as many as you can. It's better if you write more. Yeah. Just question anything that you want. Topics. It doesn't have to be full sentence. It just could be topics. But when we get it, we're gonna collect the paper. So write down as many questions you have. We're not going to answer everything, but when we collect, I'm going to look at the common questions. And we're going to pick about 3 or 4 common questions, and we're going to talk about that together. Okay, so I will give you about 10 minutes. If you could write down whatever it is comes to your mind. Any questions you came with today. Okay? Thank you. In America, we say, what do we say? There is no stupid question, we say in America. Question that is not asked, you need to just ask anything. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. Anything. Any
topic. It doesn't have to be a specific question. It can be topics, one word, one issue you're facing personally in your work, or when you look at narrative in terms of education.
Anything that will be helpful for you.
ถามเป็นภาษาไทยนะครับโอเคไม่ใช่ถามคือที่ผ่านมานั้นประเทศไทยเราจัดการสอนนักศึกษาภาษาอังกฤษที่ผ่านมาก็หลายปีในสมัยที่ผมเรียนเนี่ยเริ่มตั้งแต่ป .5 แต่ระยะหลังนี่เริ่มตั้งแต่อนุบาลมาเรื่อยๆแต่เป็นที่ทราบดีว่าถึงแม้จะจัดการสอนอย่างไรในภาษาไทยก็ไม่สามารถที่ให้ผู้เรียนสนทนาได้แต่ถ้าที่คุณเป็นผู้เชี่ยวชาญด้านการสอนภาษาอังกฤษมีวิธีการหรือกระบวนการอย่างไรที่จะให้ผู้เรียนสามารถเรียนภาษาอังกฤษแล้วสามารถสนทนาได้อย่างแท้จริง
พูดภาษาอังกฤษ So in the class in Thailand, since until the kindergarten or primary school, they study English, but they cannot speak. So you are expert. How do you can solve this problem?
I think the number one problem is teachers. I think we have to start training our teachers to be knowledgeable enough and able to use the language often. A lot of time we use mother tongue to teach English, especially at the young age. That's actually not the best way to do it. If you're older, you already have your mother tongue to like 12, 14 years old, then we have to learn English through our mother tongue. But if it's kindergarten, if you could start day one using English, I know that those are times that we think our English is not perfect, but the point is the more they hear and the sooner they're going to get to the speaking level. So if you can encourage your teachers to start at day one, even though they don't understand a thing, you use sign language, use picture, and keep on speaking. At the young age, that is the development time. That if the earlier you have let the child exposed to the English, the sooner they're going to pick up the vowel, the sounds, and then they can start speaking. So kindergarten is the perfect time to teach second language, foreign language. So because a lot of time parents who think that if they speak English in school, they won't be able to learn Thai at home. But that is actually not really true, because if you are speaking Thai at home, your children will continue to speak Thai. But if you want your kids to speak English early, then you have to demonstrate, and you have to be a model as a teacher. Speak English only during that class time. I want to encourage you. Yeah, I know it's hard. Is there a question?
You will let me use English in school every time, is right?
If you teach English at kindergarten level, yes.
Yeah. At level 1, level 6, primary school, yes.
Primary school.
Yeah, it's really hard for me to teach my children to speak English. Maybe level 6, I teach them A, B, C. Okay, right. So it is, but today I need to tell me the activity or activity that improve my English, yes, my teaching to make my students speak better.
If you really want it, one of these experiment or research is coming out is really the interaction with the students. Actually, my wife actually started a French program about 3 years ago, and these students, 12 years old, 13 years old, they're actually older, but they don't speak a word of French. But day one, my wife walked into the classroom and French only. French and sign language and picture. So you teach them the basic crucial questions. Why, when, how, and they know how to ask questions, then they will speak. So that's very, very natural actually. So you can think about, don't be afraid to speak very simple. Using hands, sign language is the best, facial expression. And they hear it, if they hear those common words many times, they will use it. Now I don't know how you guys are sport people here. You kick, you do sports here, right? Football, right? Yeah. Soccer, football. Research is showing us, like every tennis player, every soccer player, if they want to have that kick to a perfect, they have to practice 1,000 times. Like if you do table tennis or 1 time. So every word, if you repeat 1,000 times, you will get it. So
repetition.
Right, repetition. And that's why we ask the kids to memorize everything, right? Every come in and memorize. So the more chances you provide to the students to hear more, and ask them to feedback. Hey, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? What are you thinking about? The more they hear, the more they're going to respond. So it's motivation. They see you speak enthusiastically, they will do the same.
Price then.
Yeah. Mr. Feng started to say it's about the teacher.
Yes.
That is the key. You have to have the passion and the desire to want to learn English first. If you keep on studying and if you keep on trying to make your English better, your students will watch you and they will also learn from you. This is the key. So if the teacher is only concerned about doing the lesson for the day and say, okay, you have to memorize this today, you have to write this today, and doesn't show any excitement